In so many of our favorite movies, there is a moment that none of us can resist. It's the moment when the music swells, the spirit lifts, and the hero gives the speech. You know the speech? The one given when a ragtag bunch of misfits is facing impossible odds and being asked to stand their ground. Well, look around. You are sitting with the misfits. You are being asked to save the digital world from cyber criminals, and I have been brought here today to make the speech. But before I do, please allow me to set the scene. See, there are certain things in life so significant they transform the world. Electricity, perhaps. Printing press. Fire. Oh, fire definitely did it. And just like fire changed everything in the old days, in the modern age, nothing has set us ablaze like the computer. In fact, the computer did it so big, it didn't just change the world, it created a new world inside it, and now we live inside them both. And you know how in the old days, getting to the new world meant you suffered, survived, got there with eyes wide, cried out, "We've arrived, we made it to the new world." Well, in the digital world, the day came when the internet set fire to the game, and so it was in the old days when personal computers were beginning to amaze, before the internet was a craze, when suffering was anything below 56K, when buffering was a rite of passage, and every day was a journey, driven on pinwheels down the slowest router to the nearest SL-125 port, where you climbed aboard dial-up to set sail across a sea of AOL to get mail, and when you got there, you found some MP3-year-old just waking up from his Napster, some Gen Y kid whom with eyes wide said, "You've arrived at the new World Wide Web."
Welcome.
And from that moment, the moment we came alive into the digital world, newly birthed by our motherboard, and we plugged in our umbilical cord, we have been very much alive in two worlds. And just like how in the natural world, we need to be ever vigilant and alert to make sure we never get hurt, in the digital world, the same thing applies. And so, we look to you guys to protect us. And to do it, you need the proper gear. Because just like you can't stream Netflix on a VCR, and just like you can't access the cloud with a rotary phone, and just like you can't use a pager to open your apps, your legacy platform is no match for next-gen cyber attacks. See, in the digital world we live in, a millennium is a decade, so anything before 2000 is the Stone Age. In the digital world, now is the new age. So being on the same page now means being on a new page and coming to grips with the fact that we have arrived at this moment on Pentium ships operated by voice, all sailing to the new world on carriers of your choice, all moving across oceans of big data via GPS navigation from hotspots in every nation all over Google Earth. And regardless of what you ride, bike, fly, or drive in the new world, whenever you get wherever you're going, you'll know it. See, this world moves fast. From cave paintings around a roaring fire to the first computer's behemoth bonfire, the first desktop on fire when plugged into a socket, the iFire burning now in each pocket, the world has changed. Now we commute to the beach by bike, stay in reach via Skype, we pay bills via text, deposit photos of checks, and in this new world comes new threats as baby boomers become Gen X, and Gen Y is Gen Next, and Gen Z is the next gen already on deck. And each generation expects you to respect the way they use tech, how they choose to connect. So you race to stay current with what's next and redefine what keeping in touch means now that the world moves in touch screens, and new business means you do business by text. And yes, because the world is refreshed at a rate so fast it simply remains new, it is that much harder to protect. Now the pirates aren't on the ocean, they're surfing the World Wide Web, which means they now conquer new worlds from their own bed, using passwords, not passports, to pop and unlock back doors, scale firewalls into the clouds, Dropbox back down. The new world has a new mindset, everything can be hacked now. All you need is thumbs, touchscreen, username, app, cloud, will, way. It is a new day. Everywhere you look, Wi-Fi is burning, and each blaze signifies in the new world, new crime happens in new ways. And so in this new age, we look to you to give us hope. Hope that you understand the security concerns of our business better than we do. Hope that you can see through any malware, find access points, close them, find viruses, expose them with a willingness to share threat information and a security platform with built-in automation. We believe you won't fail to protect us from any threat you find. You make us believe 100% prevention is possible, which it is, but only for those of us who leave their legacy behind, which our digital way of life depends on. Keep in mind, this generation will do by 6 what the last generation did by 16, which means the next generation will speak in 6 screens, think in split screen. It's your job to adapt to what this means. What this means is every day presents a new danger inflicted by new foes, and if the new world demands new heroes, you be those. You write us a new language in ones and O's. Live and die according to the code you write. I hope you are ready for one hell of a spacebar fight. We need you to type as if your very way of life depends on it, because it does. And of course, some of you here today won't make it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not everybody here that leaves here is coming back. See, there's a lot of bad people out there hacking to die, dying to hack, and it's not fair, is it? That falls on each of you to take control, halt their progress, and delete their attacks. It's not fair, John, Helen, Tomas, but it's a fact. See, it's a world of 2 worlds, the old world and the new world, and preserving our digital way of life falls on your shoulders, so I hope to God you have one hell of a strong back, because your lumbar supports us all. Each one of you, sitting in your basements, your offices, your cyber cafes, your coffee shops must now stand up every time you sit down in your ergonomic desk chairs, because the old days of the new age are gone. It's not enough, gee damn it, you understand me? It's not enough to just go like Cisco into a hospital and announce everyone here is sick. We can detect it. We couldn't do anything to protect it, but now you're infected. We can correctly identify that you are sick. Well, no more. We at Palo Alto Networks believe there is no virus we cannot secure. Networking together, we shall override you, the hard drivers of hard drives. You shining light at the end of our carpal tunnel, fingers carved from the bones of gods. We want you on that firewall. We need you there. See, we live in a world with malware, and that world needs to be protected by those with brains. Who's gonna do it, Helen? You? You, Bradley? You, Jamal, your eyes squinting with defiance, will you stand up with the Cyber Threat Alliance against this threat of cyber violence, fueled only by the cold Dunkin' Donuts coffee and the hottest of pockets, fresh from the microwave? Because if you do, my friends, you save us all. Will you do it? Can you do it? Can you stand up every time you sit down? Because if you can, if you refuse to quit, if you stand up whenever you sit, you become unstoppable, and 100% prevention becomes possible. In all the great movies, there comes a moment when a devastatingly handsome hero gives a speech to a bunch of misfits who, against impossible odds, are being asked to stand their ground. Well, each one of you, I beg you, look around, for you are each the misfits. Impossible are your favorite kind of odds. I am devastatingly handsome, and this, my friends, was the speech.